when we were doing Wild Boys, and presumably like Jackass, and then maybe even with the movies as well, like you've always got like in your director mind the idea that when you submit the edit of the episode that there's going to be some pushback on like the powers that be in putting it out, whether that's MTV's standards and practices, or if it's the MPAA, the Motion Picture Association. They're going to watch it and they're going to say, hey, you can't include this certain thing. And it actually started way back in Big Brother. It's called a red herring.
We call them red herrings. We learned early on that like to get what we want, we have to kind of go further. So for some reason it's a negotiation. Like it's not just black and white. You can't do this. You can't do that.
Right. It's subjective.
And we're dealing with people. So we learned, let's just load it up with the gnarliest shit,
over the top shit.
In Big Brother, we used to submit, crazy pictures that we knew weren't going, but they would see him and say, you can't do that, you can't do that.
Right.
And then the thing we wanted looked way less radical and like, all right, well, can we keep that one? As long as you get rid of these three, you can keep that one. Got it.
Right. And it was always like part of our like production schedule, shooting, like, let's do this for a red herring.
God, we should not be. I mean, like, this is going to shoot me. I've talked about it before, but it really just shoots us in the foot when we expose that we do this. No, leave it. I'm just saying, like, it's.
I'll never. Like,
we had a huge one on the new movie. Was just like we loaded it, and they singled out all the shots that we knew weren't going, and left alone the ones I didn't even have to negotiate. It was like because we put in. 6 minutes of just pure fucking filth, knowing that this less filthy filth would get through.
So and we've always had, like in both Jackass and Wild Boys, we've had this love affair with mascot costumes. There was like the night monkeys, the pandas, like we did a lot of it. And when we were in Russia, even though I don't think it was an animal that was at all indigenous, no, it was pandas that were not indigenous to China.
Yeah, no, it was polar bears in Russia, which it made sense.
Okay,
like, really, it was pandas in Japan, which didn't. That was Loomis's idea to do the pandas.
So with the polar bear suits in Russia, and always with these costumes, it was like a montage bit. It would be music driven and like cut together this montage, and so. The note came back from the Standards and Practices Department when you submitted the Russia episode, and they said, please strike, meaning please remove the shot of the polar bears getting...
The Russian hookers?
Now, like, we spent MTV's money, like, legitimately to pay for hookers. We cut holes in the polar bear costume to make for our wieners to come out. We had these big, gigantic polar bear heads.
Yeah, to be clear, JP came out to direct that bit, and he was really good at like directing that kind of shit.
Polar bear blowjobs. Yeah, dude. Thanks for watching that clip. And if you live in America, there's a good chance that this big badass tour bus is coming to your town with my bucket list tour. What is it? Well, it's an X-rated show full of all the stuff that I would have never been allowed to do for Jackass. And a lot of it is flagrantly illegal, so it's adults only. And if you live in any of these states, then you better go to stevo.com and check out my tour schedule. Hurry up and get your tickets too, because it's selling out everywhere. Yeah, dude. Woo! Yeah, dude.